welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go through the last and final part of this video analysis, part 3. I apologize for making this into 3 different parts. I wanted to do it in 2 different segments. However, when I was making the second one, I realized, hey, this one is going to be pretty long, like 30-40 minutes long, and so I didn't want to do that, and so I decided to split it up into a different segment. So this is where we have part 3. It's the ending of this match. As always, there's some really great points in it. Let me know what your thoughts are about this match in the comments below. Here we go. The score is 17-16-2. Dropping it, coming up to the net. And that was a little bit lucky on my part. I think Adam hit a pretty good shot, and I was able to just start attacking from the get-go. Since we had the lead 17-16-2, I kind of wanted to be more aggressive and keep putting the pressure on them. So let's take one more look at that. So right here, so he speeds it up just a little bit, and as you can tell, that ball is, I don't know, a couple inches over the net, and it's still traveling upwards rather than downwards, and so that allows for me to start attacking it and catch that ball out in front of me, and then that started the attacking from myself and Matt. And then also, if you take a look at that one more time, Randy is still kind of far on his side. Maybe he could have moved towards the middle a little bit more. So right here as you see, let's see. So right here as you see Randy, he's still staying right here in front of Matt, which is good positioning. However, once the ball is going to me, if I were him, I would take maybe a half step over here to cover that middle. And so let's take one more look at it and see how that middle is completely wide open. Adam is right here in front of me, and then Randy is right there in front of my partner Matt. I would think that Randy maybe should be here a little bit more, and then Adam actually should be shifted over just about half a step as well over there. Anyways, that middle was pretty exposed, and that allowed for me to do a small counterattack. And now there is a timeout. So we'll skip forward through the timeout. Let's see here. Okay. Now the score resuming play is, I believe, 18-16-2, going to 21. So right now the momentum is obviously extremely strong with me and my partner, which is why the opponents called a timeout, which is a great time for them to call a timeout. You normally, if a team seems to have somewhat of momentum, you want to slow things down, do whatever you can, maybe change up your game, maybe go hard, go soft, or also just call a timeout to slow things up, try to get some variety in there. 18-16-2. And that was a great ball hit by my partner, that third drive. As you can see, he gets down low with his legs. That ball is landing relatively short, and so he sees that and he takes a step in, and he's also bending his legs, which really gives him a lot of power. And then see how low he is right there with those legs, and then where he's making contact with that ball, he's hitting it far out in front of him. Oftentimes, a lot of players, when they're making contact back here, which is not good and which results in a missed ball. And so you want to try as hard as you can to make contact with the ball out there in front of you. So that is extremely good on my partner's part. And then he hits that ball pretty low over the net, which allows for me once again to run up to the middle, and then I'm ready to go either this way, there's my split step, I'm ready to go this way or this way. So I was able to do that because of the drive that my partner had done. 19-16-2. And that was a good point. I think if I would have been able to keep that ball down a little bit lower, then we would have won that point. The balls that I was attacking, they were good balls to attack on. However, the balls that I was hitting, they were not low over the net, which allowed for them to stay in the point and also come out through the point and win it. So let's take one more look at that. So that's another pretty good drive for my partner. A little bit on the higher end, but I would still say it's pretty good. And then there I go, starting to attack. And then where we got in trouble, or where I got in trouble, was that high backhand right there. I popped it up too high, and then they just made me pay for that. I've got to make sure to keep that ball down low over the net. So that was a great ball by Adam. 16-19-1 is the score. Me and my partner were going to switch again. And that was a great attack ball by my partner. He kept it down low and forced the other team to miss it. That was a good serve, kept me back. And that was a great attack by my partner. He's got a long reach, and so he was able to step in there like I do with him and just kind of counterpunch it, do a small attack, and it really worked out. So right there, he's completely stepping over on my side, which I'm totally okay with since it's his forehand, and he's got a very strong forehand. And he just takes that out of the air and goes right at the net person and catches the net person off guard, which is exactly what you want to do. 19-16-1. A great rally, and then just barely misses that net tape. When you're dinking like that, I would give yourself a little bit of margin. If that ball goes over 1 inch higher than what it did, it's still going to be a good shot. Right there. So that's on the net tape. Had that gone over 1 inch or even 2 inches or even 3 inches higher, it still would have been a good ball. Adam would not have been able to attack that ball or do much with it. And so once again, we're talking about margins. There's no need to hit right there every single time. Yeah, when it goes over, it's a great shot, but when you miss it, then there's no reason for you to miss it. So I like to give myself maybe 1 to 2 inches over the net rather than 0 to 1, just because if you do mishit it a little bit and it goes, 2 inches higher or 3 inches higher than you anticipated, it's still going to be a good shot. And he just barely missed it. So the score is 19-16-2 now, I believe. That was a good drop. It allowed for me to get up to the net. That's a great reset by Adam. Really good reset by Adam. And we got a little lucky. Now that point was fun. There were a couple attacking balls on it. I believe Matt, he starts it up, and the very first attack that we had was great. Right here, that ball bounces low and it's sitting up in the air, which allows for my partner to regroup, get his time, take some time, and then really attack that ball. And then he speeds it up a little bit. This wasn't a full-on attack. It was kind of like a 70%-ish attack, which seemed to work out well. And then we have a great point right here, which ensues. And then that right there, right here, is a great reset by Adam. And then that was another good speed up. In hindsight, I think me and my partner got a little bit lucky on that last one. Matt hit it right in the middle, and Adam was there. He just didn't do much with it. Let's look at one more time. So right here, he's going to speed it up cross court, and it's going to go to Adam's forehand. Right there. And had Adam been a little bit more aggressive on that ball, they could have won that point. But instead he kind of went just right to me, which is kind of hard to do. in the heat of the moment. So I'm not bashing on Adam by any means. Here I go, just being super consistent, waiting for them to pop it up, and that is the game. So, as I said, this was one of my favorite matches of 2019 just because of the large deficit that we were down. It's not all too common to see a team come back from such a large deficit. I think we were down by multiple points, almost maybe even 10 or something like that at one point. And as you know, pickleball is a game of momentum, and once a team gets rolling, oftentimes it's very hard to stop it. And so for me and my partner to come back from such a large deficit in such a big tournament was very fun and entertaining for me and my partner. I really enjoyed this match. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you were able to make it to all 3 parts of this video analysis. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it and learned something new. There were a lot of different techniques and strategies that were used throughout this game. There were some really amazing and awesome cool points that were had. Moral of the story is never give up, no matter how much you are down. Me and my partner were down a large deficit, and we were able to come back and get this match. And so it was a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys learned something new. Looking back on videos, obviously our vision is 2020, and so we can learn some things that we should have done differently and apply those to our future games that will really help us improve the quality of our play. As I said previously, for one of my next videos, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. And so if you have any specific questions regarding me or pickleball or anything in general, feel free to put those down and I'll do my best to answer those. Thanks and have a great day.